Good morning, guys. I'm just getting up. The sun's coming in my beautiful kitchen window. Coffee in hand. Very good. And the plan is banana muffins. This is actually a banana bread recipe. I had some bananas that look like this. So I mashed 3 of them up. And they're all ready. So how do I do this? I start with a couple of eggs. And if you're vegan, you can switch those eggs out for about a half a cup of applesauce. Eggs in there. And then I move right into sugar. This recipe calls for a cup of sugar. I'm using a 3/4 cup, so I'll put 1 of those full and just a little bit more. Should be good. Give that a stir. You'll notice that my wet is what's going in here first. The next thing would be 3 tablespoons of your choice of fats. Mine is, again, avocado oil. You can melt some butter. You can use olive oil. That's your vegan side of this recipe. So there's my 3 tablespoons. And you'll notice I don't usually measure, I just eyeball it. Mix that up. A little bit of vanilla. So I would say a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon, depending on how you like the flavor of vanilla. That really adds some yummy flavor to that. If you skip it, you're going to notice it. A little shake of salt. Even out the tones of the sweet. And continuing to put my wet in there, I'm going to add my bananas. Right into this. So that's my wets. And then for the dries, the recipe calls for a 1.5 cups of flour. So there's 1 cup. And using my 1 cup again, I go for my 1/2. And to make it rise in the oven, just a nice good sized teaspoonful of baking soda. Just stir that up. Get that whisk going there till you get that mixing up good. So the preparation for this, digging everything out, getting your bananas mashed, I probably spent about 5 minutes. And then you can see it maybe takes about 3 minutes to put it all in the bowl and get it mixed up really well. If you use this big pitcher bowl, it makes it really easy when it comes time to put it into your muffin tins. Now, this is my mom's barber cookbook banana bread recipe. It's very simple, very easy to make. You know, it just takes a few minutes and you have them in the oven. I love to make these when I have the grandkids over. I get up in the morning and they have a little treat for breakfast, and it's homemade, no preservatives. So I go from there to my muffin tins, which I've already lined with my parsnip paper muffin tin. So just pour. And what I do with this recipe is I make 12 muffins. Just keeps, pouring it over until I have them all full, and then try to make them look even at the end and pop them into the oven. So I love my banana bread with a big chunk of peanut butter. My banana muffin with peanut butter adds a little protein to if you're having that for breakfast. Kevin likes them just with butter, so just depends on what you like. So I'm going to go ahead and drop these into the oven, and the oven is at 350 degrees, already warmed up. And these will cook in about 25 minutes. If you do it in a bread pan and make banana bread instead of muffins, plan on it being in the oven for about an hour. It takes a lot longer for it to cook to the middle. And my muffin tin pan is pretty easy cleanup. When I'm done, usually just a few seconds in the sink to rinse off what I've kind of overflowed on. So there's my recipe for banana muffins. I hope you give this a try and enjoy it.